the Grizzly in waiting, one Tarik Biberovic. Biberovic, man,
yeah, sure.
You're
whatever. In the wrong fella.
Well, yeah, I spent a long time this morning figuring out how to say. Oh wait, where'd it go? Fenerbahce. It's the Turkish basketball team that just won the Euroleague. If you Google them right now, you'll get a bunch of really cool. It's that cool thing that Google does when someone wins the championship. If you Google the basketball team, they just won the Euroleague championship, and if you Google it, really cool stuff comes up. That might be the most exciting thing I say about this episode.
And we got a fan in the audience. Welcome.
Yes.
Damn, let's go, man.
Yes,
congratulations on the championship. Let's go.
I hope I said it correctly. Fenerbahce. I spent a long time. I didn't know I was going to be under the microscope. Yes.
This is amazing. We're from Turkey. Let's go.
Let's go. So we're going to talk now. I got to get excited. We're going to talk about Tarik. So over the last 2 seasons, this dude has shot. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. In the past 2 seasons in Europe, this dude has shot 45% from deep with over 500 attempts. That is interesting. And that's actually something that is consistency. And I don't know, like, so this team, the Fenerbahce team, oh man, I like that word. There's some dudes that have played on this team. This isn't just, this is a pretty, a lot of teams. Well, I don't want to say a lot of teams. A lot of people I feel like they think of Europe or they think of these foreign leagues and they don't think of them as very good, which is silly because you watch these Europe teams and you watch these Euro leagues. This stuff is nuts. Like these dudes, they play hard. They're wild. Like the fan bases are wild. It's exciting to watch. But
yeah, I mean, it's like Jokic, right? When asked like something about being rattled on a road game, he's like, brother, I played in Slovenia. Like, no,
yes, not rattled. He's like, he doesn't even know what that word rattle means. But this is a team that has Boban has played for this team. Kim Birch has played for this team. Wade Baldwin. This is a team that has had some dudes who have had success in the NBA.
Shout out Wade Baldwin.
Wade Baldwin, my guy.
Let's go. Former Memphis Grizzlies, Vanderbilt, Commodore, Wade Baldwin.
I did my homework with this Fenerbahce. I knew we were going to have a guy watching. So this is interesting with the free agents. And this is a dude that we draft and stashed. The draft and stash concept was one that I was not very familiar with until last year because when we drafted this kid, I was like, it's actually a really smart. I mean, it's an interesting concept. If you have a pick, I don't want to say to waste, but if you have a pick to use it. And whenever
this is a 56
2 years ago.
The 2023 draft, 56th pick. Like it was one that everybody at the time was kind of like, huh? But exactly right. It's a draft and stash guy overseas. See what you got. The other thing you were talking about his 3-point percentage earlier. I was looking at some of the stats while you were talking, and that's on an increasing tick. So he shot like 56% from 3 in 23-24 in one league, but it was only on like 2.5 attempts per game. Now he's averaging right at 5 attempts per game and shooting 45% over the last 3 years with that increased shooting. So that tells me, look, that this guy is a shooter. He is consistent. My only question is the one that Edward had earlier is, can he play defense? Can he guard? Because that's what we need. We need a 3-and-D kind of guy. And if it's this Tarik kid from Fenerbahce coming over, which sounds like a fancy Turkish dessert, then I'm in. Like I'm all in on this dude. That's what it could be. If he's truly Denny Avdia with a better outside shot, like Wayno said, I'll take that. Denny Avdia is a great player for Portland. He's a plus, an above average defender, which is what we truly need in a 3-and-D kind of wing.
Yep. When we've got these dudes, like, I mean, if they are able, if Kennard, Bagley, if they don't have to sign any of these guys, I mean, even Santi, like if they don't have to sign any of these guys and they just have this kid who's ready and who isn't afraid to shoot and who is consistent, and the defense is going to be key because I don't want to bring another guy like he was averaging, I guess, almost 10 points. I don't want to bring another Zaire, a young kid who's going to average almost 8 points, but not actually be a real
not play defense. I mean, that's it. Like, and he's 6'6", so he's he's more in that like 2-guard kind of frame. But you can't have. We've got enough guys that like have a question mark on defense, right? John Des got better, but they're still not great perimeter defenders. GG has been an absolute just shell on defense. Like we don't need any more guys, like you said, that are kind of kind of soft on defense. Like we need a guy who can score and can defend.
And I don't think we've been relying on youth. A young man playing in the Euroleague youth is different than a young man who just came out of a college in the USA. That is very, very different.
Yeah.
And I think it was Boban said this kid is ready for the NBA. There a lot of these dudes that have been around the league are like this. If there's a kid that's ready in the Euroleague that is ready to make the jump, they're saying that it's this kid. So I am not as hesitant about the youth move. Like I wouldn't view this as a youth movement. I would view this as getting like a younger bogey who's just been cooking over there in Europe. That's how I would look at it.
All right. So I'm looking at his draft report from 2 years ago when he was coming out of the Grizzlies draft, and it says he's a great all-around wing. He's got great size for his position. He's a good physical profile. He runs the floor well. He's effective offensively, both on and off the ball. Good pull-up shot. Weakness is an average athlete. Let's see. I'm trying to see what it says about he's okay. He's just has an okay first step, which causes issues against athletic defenders. Ball handling needs some polishing. Now, again, this was 2 years ago, so it's probably improved some since then. But the overall remarks, and this is from NBADraft.net, and I use this a lot for my Khalil Ware article, and they kind of nail Khalil Ware.
Yeah, they're good.
Is a versatile wing with good size. Shooting is his calling card, but has shown potential as a secondary playmaker. His lack of playing time last couple of years and average athleticism are concerning. If he manages to have consistent playing time in Europe, he has potential to become an all-around point forward. So it sounds like a guy who can probably be pretty versatile depending on how he responds in the EuroLeague. And so, again, if it's a summer flyer, if it's something to see what we've got in this guy, if it's a Conchar replacement, something like that, as Art said, shout out Art, thanks for being here, buddy. I mean, if we get the guy for cheap, because we're going to have to build a roster cheap, give it a shot.
Yep. Look, we've been talking about the last thing that we want on this show. The last thing that I think we want as Grizzlies fans is for the Marvin Bagley, Luke Kennard to be the quote unquote, and Santi to be the signings, the big polished signings. So I'm excited for the idea of someone new and someone who isn't afraid. I'm just this intrigues me. It colors me intrigued. If I had a handlebar mustache, I would twirl it, but I don't. So we'll see. This might be one of the talking points as the summer goes on. We'll see if this is one of the names. Winning the EuroLeague championship that's a big deal. A chip's a chip, no matter how small. That's a big deal.
I mean, our head coach won one.
Yep.
And this is our second Euro guy that we're pulling over under him. So I'm like, this might be like a thing, right? Like it might be like a trend going forward. Maybe we can find some guys, some diamonds in the rough over there.
Yep. We'll see. I'm excited.